This has been an adventure throughout my legal career, and so I'm here today to announce that I am not going to be running for re-election this fall. I've decided that at the conclusion of this term, which will end up on January 10, 2025, will formally be my last day as a Superior Court judge here in Yakima County. January 10th is a special day for me because it'll be my 70th birthday. And I think at that point in time, it's about time to move on to bigger and better adventures. So I started this career in 1980 here in Yakima. I was hired right out of law school. I went to work for a firm just a couple blocks from here. And it was an interesting career. It was a good time, and I'm so happy that I had the opportunity to serve people here in Yakima County and elsewhere. And it was a wonderful experience. In 2012, I was appointed to the Superior Court bench by Governor Gregoire, and made a promise to her that I would do my very best as a judge to represent the community here in Yakima and surrounding areas. And it's a job that is never ending, but one that's been very fulfilling for me. And I want to thank the citizens for the opportunity to serve as a Superior Court judge, and look forward to a lot of years of retirement. The other portion of today's announcement today also goes to an opportunity for judges to actually communicate with the voters here in Yakima as to who would be a good replacement for me. Oftentimes people don't know qualifications of judges, what they need to know, their involvement, and the inner workings of that particular department. Many people here in this community have very little contact with attorneys, and so when you see a name on a ballot, it's oftentimes very difficult to determine who is a qualified person to enter into that position. And because it's going to be an open position, I anticipate there will be people running for the petition or for that position. And I wanted to give an opportunity not only for those assembled here today, but for our community, an opportunity to introduce Mr. James Elliott, who's over here to my right. Jim, you want to come over? And James has been an attorney here in Yakima for several years. I've had the pleasure and the opportunity to hear some of his cases. And I've also had the pleasure to see him work in the courtrooms, not only as a judge, but also as an attorney. And James is one of those guys, it's a rare opportunity for the court to be able to be involved in recommending a potential candidate to take my place. But I can't think of a better person to do that. We have a tremendous need in Yakima County, not just from a criminal law standpoint, but also from a civil law standpoint. And one of the things that we are going to experience in the election this fall is replacing two judges, myself and another judge that will be retiring by virtue of age. And what is important to understand is that we need a judge that's going to be able to step into that civil law practice and to be able to deal with those issues, and also to be involved in many facets involved with judging. Just as a side note, I had a court commissioner one time draft a job description for a Superior Court judge. That job description is single-spaced and 8 pages in length. And it's multitasked, it's multifaceted, and you cover all different areas, but civil law practice is a very important part of that experience. And we really are going to need some people with that civil law practice. And so I reached out to Jim to give him the opportunity to think about this, because I think that he would be an excellent replacement, and that's why I'm endorsing him for my position this fall. So not only am I here to announce my retirement, but also to encourage the voters in this county to support a person that I think is well qualified, that's going to fit in with the other judges, but more importantly, to fill that gap that's going to be lost by the two judges that are retiring this fall. So,
yeah, I think the environment that I grew up in, the childhood that I had, there were some things that had happened that basically put me in a position where I felt like I want to be able to help people. That was the reason why I went to law school in the first place. Was I know there are people out there who need help, and I always felt like I could be there to be there for those people. And some of the challenges that I saw, it's some of the reasons why I've been as involved in the community as I have. Some of the things that I've tried to help in the next generation of people and not only using my status as an attorney here in town, but also using my love for the youth. It's been something that's been really important to me in the 25 years I've been in this community. So those are the things that brought me to law school and also have sort of shaped me since I've been here in the last 25 years.
And what else will you be bringing to the job besides your law experience?
Well, I would hope that people would look at me and see me as a person who's patient, first of all. I think that people would see me as a person who's compassionate. I've raised a 21-year-old autistic boy by myself, and now practicing law during this period of time. My hope is that people can look at me and say, that's a person who can deal with difficult challenges, can handle the stress, and can still be a good decision maker in terms of what we have.